Hi everyone, welcome back to Beautiful Experiences for You. And today I'm going to be unboxing Crumble Crate. It is a baking subscription. I actually signed up for this, it was at Christmas time as one of Greg's Christmas gifts because he's an amazing baker and he loves to bake and I love to eat what he bakes. And this is something different and new every month. So let's unbox it and see what Greg is going to make for me. So elevate your bake. Okay. And this month, yummy, he is going to be making garden focaccia. Yum, yum, yum. Now, they include all of, I guess you could say, the dry ingredients. I think that's a fair way to say it. They can't include everything in the box that you're going to need to, use because they can't send you milk or butter, vegetables. But they do send you most of the items that you need to bake. So for this one, it separates, well, not just this one, every month. They separate out what you need from your kitchen and what is in the crate. So for, let's see here, from your kitchen, warm water, fresh vegetables and herbs are the ingredients that you're going to need for yourself. Then it also tells you what equipment. So we need mixing bowls, a stand mixer with a dough hook, plastic wrap, a 12 by 17 sheet pan, and a pastry brush. In the crate, let's see what we have in here. Now, what they've done, which is really nice, on this down here, these circles are letters. So A, first ingredient, it's labeled A. That's nice because sometimes, they can give you two different types of flour. They can give you pastry flour and regular flour. They look the same. Another example why the lettering is important is sometimes they will have like the flour and in it they've already included salt, let's say. But then you'll have another package that's just straight up flour. So I like that they label because they're pre-measured. So this, we got 2.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast. Then we have B, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. Then we have, let's see, is this C? No, this is a perfect example. This is not C. This is C. It is 1 cup bread flour. Then we have D. So you know how I said liquid products? Well, perfect example of Terry being wrong. We got a bunch of liquid in here. So let's see. D, that's F. D, we've got a 1/4 cup of olive oil. E, 4 cups bread flour and 1 teaspoon of salt. Then we have F, a tablespoon of olive oil. G is a 1/2 cup of olive oil. Then we have H. H is 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt flakes. And then we always get some equipment that goes along with what we're making, okay? Differs every time. The first one, this just must be because the equipment that they are included must not be very much. So they included a magnetic shopping list. From Crumble Crate, elevate your baking, or elevate your bake, okay? And then parchment paper. So that is why we got something more as our equipment than just shopping, or excuse me, why we got something more than just parchment paper. Got the shopping list because this isn't very much. Okay. And then they tell us each time about one of the ingredients. So this month, what is this ingredient? Olive oil. Okay. And they have educated us to say olive oil is a liquid fat obtained by pressing whole ripe olives. It is produced in varying grades, with extra virgin being the least processed and highest quality. In bread making, it acts as an enriching agent that produces a softer, more tender crumb and a thinner, less crunchy crust. It adds flavor, increases moisture retention, and increases the pliability of the dough, making it the ideal ingredient to add to pizza, artisan sandwich loaves, and of course, focaccia. Okay, so that is what the front of the card looked like. Down here is your tip. On the back are the steps in which to make the item. We have a QR code to scan for a video, tutorial, and a shopping list and more. Do we always get that? I'll have to look. I don't remember if we always get that. Then we get a pro tip at the bottom here, and that is dough rises best in a warm, draft-free, and humid environment. And then it goes in and tells us, the excellent place, temperatures, and how to create warmth and humidity. And let's look at the instructions, shall we? Let's see here. So we got a bowl. We're going to combine a cup of warm water, and it gives us a temperature. We're mixing A. Where did my A go? What's A? Yeast. Oh no. Oh, here it is. I'm like, did I lose the yeast? So you're going to be mixing A, the yeast, with B, the sugar. So I'm assuming that we got to feed it, right? Isn't that kind of what we were doing here? And then we're setting it aside until a creamy, bubbly foam has formed on the surface. And then we're going to place the this product we've just created in a stand mixer with a dough hook. And we are going to add the C, which is the smaller amount of the baking flour. And we're going to add it and mix on a slow speed until it's fully incorporated. Then we're going to add the remaining water. And hold up. Oh, okay. So we're going to add the remaining cup of the water. We're going to add D, which this is the fourth cup of olive oil, and half of E. So this is the baking flour and the salt. So we're going to add half of this. We're going to continue to mix on a low speed to combine it. And then we're going to continually to add this and continue mixing until the dough pulls away from the sides of the bowl and the dough bounces back when you touch it. It's 5 to 8 minutes. Then we're going to remove the dough and then we're going to finish by kneading it on the countertops for additional set period of time. Then we're going to rub the bottom and the sides of a large mixing bowl with this olive oil, which is the tablespoon of the olive oil. And then we're going to place the dough in the grease bowl and rub some of the olive oil on top of the dough. You're going to cover it with plastic wrap and you're going to let it rise in a warm place until it's doubled in size, and it could take 1 to 2 hours. Then we're going to use the parchment, lay it out on our pan. We're going to pour enough of G, which G is the half cup olive oil, onto the parchment paper so that there's a thin layer of oil covering the bottom of the pan. We're going to keep the remainder for a future step. Then we're going to pull the focaccia out of the bowl, lay it on the pan, and then with our hands we're going to stretch it, or Greg is going to stretch it. so that it covers the entire bottom of the pan and reaches the edge of the pan. And if the dough shrinks back, let it rest for 15 minutes before you try to stretch it again. We're going to cover it. Greg is going to cover it with plastic wrap, placed in the refrigerator overnight. And then when it's ready to bake, we're going to take the dough out. We're going to allow it to come to room temperature. About 30 minutes, we're going to oil the fingers with the reserved olive oil and use them to dimple the top of the dough. We're going to drizzle the remainder of the olive oil onto the top of the dough, ensuring that the dimples have a little olive oil in them. Then sprinkle this salt, which is 1.5 teaspoons of sea salt flakes. And then, so sprinkle them evenly over the surface of the dough. Allow the dough to rise for an additional 30 minutes. You're going to preheat the oven to 450. And then while the dough is resting, you're going to slice and chop various vegetables and herbs. They suggest grapes. Grape tomatoes. God forbid, maybe some people might like grapes on it. Who knows? But grape tomatoes, red onion, mini sweet peppers, zucchini, olives, parsley, and chives. And then arrange the chopped vegetables and herbs on top of the dough to create a garden scene. Greg will actually do that. Use a pastry brush to brush some of the olive oil in the dimples over the arranged vegetables and herbs. I'm surprised they didn't give us a pastry brush, but I'm wondering if they've done that in a previous box. They very well could have. And bake it till golden brown, about 18 to 20 minutes. Slice and serve the bread, or slice and serve. The bread is best enjoyed the day it is baked, and enjoy. Super easy. Easy peasy, right? I'll let you know what Greg says. That will be in a review future video. So there you have it. So down in the details below are the price in which I paid. Or actually, take that back. Prices change over time. So I will put down what the price is if you were to sign up for this box today. Also, the link to sign up if you are interested, because I think that's important, and people have given me feedback that that's important. So it is important. So I'll give that all to you down below. I will go and look to see if there is any discounts that I can give to you from having the membership. I will put those below as well. So there you have it. Crumble Crate. And Greg is going to be making focaccia. So there you have it. So as always, thank you for watching my channel. If you're not a subscriber, would love to have you. I'd love you to like the video. I am saying like the video because I had to hear Greg say, hey, are you saying to like the video in your video? And I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I do. People just know that. So I told him I would say like the video. So there you have it. So I hope you guys are having a great day, going into a holiday weekend. Not sure when I'll post the video, so you might have already experienced the holiday video or the holiday weekend. So if you did, I hope you had a great one. So as always, thanks for spending time with me. You guys take care. Bye, everyone.